A new framework for issuing housing grants is being developed. Integrity Commission says letter accusing Infrastructure Secretary Trevor James of misconduct is fake. Cats and Jammers and Digicel partner to open technology in education center in Black Rock, and Canby Mount Pleasant Community Council promises an exciting Easter event. Good evening, I am Kristen Salandi. Welcome to the Tobago Updates television news for Thursday, March 14th, 2024. Now to our top story. The Division of Settlements, Public Utilities and Rural Development is developing a new framework for issuing housing grants. Secretary Ian Pollard stated this on the Good Morning Tobago show, where he pointed out that it became necessary after an Auditor General report pointed out some irregularities in how grants were issued under the previous administration. Candice Jackson has more details in this report.
If you applied for a housing grant from the Division of Settlements, Public Utilities and Rural Development in the past but were unsuccessful, well, it might have been due to biased evaluations of applications. Secretary Ian Pollard explained that traditionally, one person in the division made the decisions.
What they do is that we see that favoritism steps in, and then persons who they dislike, they're just discarded and put aside.
He also stated that an Auditor General report flags some of the past practices.
We have gotten auditor reports, Auditor General report, and even internal audit reports of misuse of the public funds.
Based on those discoveries and a recommendation from the Auditor General, the process is changing.
So we are putting a oversight committee in place of persons of different sector of the THA, social workers, engineers, that will oversee all grant application for housing and for land.
Pollard also explained that the division is adopting a model from Jamaica to establish a new framework for the housing grants.
So the Jamaica model is that the social intervention officers and the engineering team, they usually come out, they do an assessment of your property, and they will say, okay, this needs to be done, that needs to be done. This is a cost of $50,000, $60,000. We give you that. It's a one-off grant.
The housing grant program is currently on hold. When revived, it will undergo a less onerous application process, offer larger grants to accommodate the increasing costs of materials, and implement systems to ensure better accountability. This is one of the mandates given to the board of the Tobago Urban and Rural Housing Corporation, which received its instruments of appointment earlier this week. Candice Jackson, Tobago Updates Television News.
With the need to build resilience against climate change in communities comes the necessity to construct climate-resilient homes. Lower-income families often do not pay attention to how they construct their homes and the problems certain designs can cause. The Secretary of Settlements, Public Utilities and Rural Development, Ian Pollard, pointed out one design flaw he sees too often.
I've seen too many homes in Tobago constructed without guttering. So the water is coming off of the roof, falling right by the post, the foot of the post, and eroding the land after a time. And then it costs the government or the THA hundreds of thousands to come and construct retaining walls.
Under the new dispensation of housing grants, provision for proper guttering will be made. However, Pollard sympathized with many struggling families because he saw how they were forced to cut corners when constructing their homes instead of ensuring it was done to withstand natural hazards. He noted that often people make add-ons as they receive funding, but these additions lack structural integrity.
And that problem stems from the fact that the land titles in Tobago and the approval from Town and Country, which is long and onerous. So that is the heart of the problem, whereby persons are not able to access funding to construct their homes. So they have to do whatever they could do. And
Pollard said this is one of the reasons why they are partnering with Habitat for Humanity to construct climate-resilient homes for the most vulnerable families in Tobago. The Integrity Commission is alerting the public that a letter purportedly from the Commission accusing Secretary of Infrastructure, Quarries and Urban Development Trevor James of misconduct is fake. This letter has been circulating in the public domain. The Commission has discredited the fake letter, which misuses the Commission's letterhead and features an unauthorized signature claimed to be from the acting registrar, emphasizing that the named signatory is not associated with the Commission's staff. The Commission stressed its commitment to confidentiality, professionalism, and integrity while strongly condemning the letter's attempt to mislead the public and discredit the organization. It urges an immediate halt to the unauthorized use of its letterhead and the distribution of counterfeit documents. Chief Secretary Foley Augustine noted yesterday that the letter was accompanied by printouts of WhatsApp messages alleging James attempted to coerce $4 million from a contractor on his behalf. He explained that he saw several anomalies in the letter and subsequently wrote to the Integrity Commission for verification. According to Augustine, this is another failed attempt by his political opponents to discredit his administration. The Digicel Foundation partnered with Tobago to provide technology in education TIE centers at various PAN tents across the country. Yesterday, they officially opened another TIE center at the Cats and Jammers PAN Theatre. Tobago President Beverly Ramsey Moore, Area Representative Niall George, and Digicel Foundation Director Georgina Peterkin attended the event. Ariana Scipio has the details.
The Digicel Foundation opened many technology in education centers across the country, offering homework spaces and after-school programs. President of the Tobago organization, Mrs. Beverly Ramsey Moore, said panyards are safe and sacred places where young people gather, using them as spaces to unearth talents.
On behalf of Tobago, putting on that president hat now, I want to once again thank Digicel Foundation Board for the inspiring work and for the contributions that they have made thus far to 9 PAN theaters.
Assemblyman Niall George extended thanks to Mrs. Beverly Ramsey Moore and the executives of the Cats and Jammers Steel Orchestra for the role they play within the community of Blackrock. He also expressed gratitude to Tobago for choosing this community to implement this initiative.
To the Digicel Foundation, I am very thankful for you all accepting your role, your social responsibility to give back to communities within the island of Tobago and the country of Trinidad and Tobago. We have supported you well, and we expect you to support us well in return.
The director of the Digicel Foundation, Georgina Peterkin, shared that the idea for the program came about near the end of the pandemic when hybrid learning was still used in schools. She said they knew integrating technology into the classroom was inevitable. However, they recognize that not everyone has equal access to technology.
Our foundation team reached out to HDC and we explored a likely collaboration to install TIE centers at some of the community villages plazas, making the spaces accessible for students from low-income communities.
Ms. Peterkin said that the overall investment in this initiative was $540,000, which she said is not just an investment in technology, but an investment in the sustainable development of communities. Ariana Scipio, Tobago Updates Television News.
Still to come, Tobago Business Chamber disappointed with Top Cup, and later, Tourism Division reports another increase in international visitors. Stay with us.
These pages be home. Make me down in the band, we come out of run in tongue, hey, run in tongue again, run down way, run in tongue again, jump and way, run in tongue again, run in tongue. It's carnival, time to cross the stage. Look the truck them rolling, time to misbehave. We
March Madness at Standard. Distributors Limited. Get $100 back for every $1,000 you spend. Major appliance deals on Frigidaire, Hyacinth, Samsung, and more. Plus, same-day financing options available. Don't miss out. Sale ends March 31st. Standard. Never beaten on quality and prices.
Tobago. It's another football showdown this Sunday, March 17th at the Dwight York Stadium. Our very own 1976 FC Phoenix comes out to lock up and lock down Prisons FC. Come and see national call-up Jem Gordon, Jariel Arthur, Lambo's Trevin Noah Caesar, and Adriel George as they continue to rise and take Tobago higher. Come and support Phoenix as they extend their unbeaten streak. Kick-off time 4 p.m. Admission $25. Make it an evening of fun and entertainment. It's FC Phoenix versus Prisons FC. Sunday, March 17th at the Dwight York Stadium. Be there. Be there.
Thanks for staying with us. Following the effects of the oil spill on the island, Secretary for the Division of Health, Wellness and Social Protection, Dr. Faith B. Israel, spoke about what is being done about the well-being of residents in the Lambo community who were directly affected by the spill. Ariana Scipio has the report.
Dr. Faith B. Israel shared that part of the THA's response to the hydrocarbon spill has been in the form of community health surveillance. She said that this has been happening in the village of Lambo.
This is a project that we started a couple weeks ago because we had identified some individuals within the Lambo community indicating that they may have been getting medical or health effects because of where they were associated with the spill.
Dr. B. Israel said that individuals were identified and qualitative and quantitative data were collected.
We periodically go to them, ask in essence, how are you feeling? What are the symptoms that you're having? In addition to having the blood pressures and blood sugars and other kinds of quantitative data collected continuously.
The health secretary said a mobile medical post was set up to provide immediate attention.
This is a process that we will continue for some time just to ensure that the residents who are closest to ground zero, particularly those in the Lambo area, since that is the area where people reside primarily, that we will continue monitoring the health status there.
She assured that they will continue to ensure that whatever information is collected can be treated relatively early and easily. She said persons with comorbidities would continue to be monitored, assuring that medical assistance would be provided when needed. The health secretary was speaking at the THA media briefing on Wednesday. Ariana Scipio, Tobago Updates Television News.
The Tobago Business Chamber has voiced disappointment with the Commissioner of Police, Cop Erla Harewood Christopher, for failing to meet with them during her official visit to Tobago. As the sole registered business chamber based in Tobago, the chamber highlighted its active engagement in various aspects of the island's business landscape, including providing pre- and post-budget recommendations and liaising with national and international organizations. Despite this involvement, the chamber noted the absence of a discussion with the top cop, particularly regarding rising crime rates on the island, expressing hope for rectification of this oversight by the Commissioner's Office in the near future. Easter weekend, synonymous with goat and crab races in Tobago, is upon us, as well as the vibrant community of Canby Mount Pleasant is busy preparing to host its iconic family sports and fun day and the thrilling goat racing Extravaganza on Easter Monday, slated for the 1st of April this year. We spoke exclusively to members of the Canby Mount Pleasant Community Council, who shared what can be expected at the day's event. Travicia Phillips has more.
Celebrating an impressive 49-year legacy, this cherished event promises a day filled with excitement, camaraderie, and unforgettable memories for all attendees. Henry Smith, president of the Canby Mount Pleasant Community Council, voiced his enthusiasm for the upcoming festivities.
We expect a large number. We hope that we have a good turnout, and we are doing things in order to attract the patrons to come to our event.
A key figure in the council for over 2 decades, Vice President Hayden Phillips emphasized the importance of the initiative to promote goat racing not only locally but also on the global stage.
This year we have a 11 goat race card with the champ of champ. All the goats were already classified. They were registered last week and they are raring to go. All goat owners are presently training very hard, doing their little swims and walks and practice.
Despite the absence of crab races, which are a hallmark of the neighboring Buku community's festivities, Phillips encouraged prospective attendees to be a part of the goat racing event.
This year we have a lot of giveaways. For example, you can send a photo of yourself in any of our past sports and you will have a chance to win 2 tickets. Just place it on our Facebook page, Canby Mount Pleasant Community Council, on our Facebook page, and you will have a chance to win 2 tickets to come in.
Expanding on the diverse offerings of the day, Phillips elaborated on the lineup of activities.
Novelty events. We have the sack race, we have the 3-legged race, we have the eating race, we have the computation race, which is a maths race for the kids. We also have flat races, 100 meters, 75 meters. There's also bouncy castles for the children.
With preparations in full swing and excitement mounting, the Canby Mount Pleasant community eagerly anticipates welcoming families and enthusiasts to their beloved Easter Monday tradition, promising a day of fun-filled festivities and spirited competition against the scenic backdrop of their vibrant community. Treviso Phillips, Tobago Updates Television News.
As climate change continues to impact Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean, the need arises to build resilience within communities. But what does that resilience look like? And what methods are sure to work within the unique parameters of the Caribbean region? Well, that is being explored through a seminar hosted by Natural Infrastructure for Caribbean Resilience, NICA, which is being funded by the United States Forest Service, USFS, as part of the Biden-Harris administration's commitment to PACC 2030, the U.S.-Caribbean Partnership to Address the Climate Crisis 2030. More in this report from Candice Jackson.
The Trinidad and Tobago Meteorological Office predicts the 2024 dry season will be hotter and drier than normal. Already the country is experiencing these conditions, affecting the water supply to households, impacting farmland and sparking bushfires in Tobago and in Trinidad. The same conditions are being experienced across the Caribbean. United States Ambassador to the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, Candice Bond, witnessed the impact of bushfires while recently flying from Suriname over Guyana and into Trinidad.
And while I'm not one to be an alarmist, we must face the reality that our world is indeed in peril and that climate change knows no borders. I could see that from the sky.
Along with a harsher dry season, more intense periods of rainfall are expected during the wet season. Heavier rainfall on dry land can have devastating impacts on communities as landslides and flooding become more prevalent. Building community resilience, therefore, becomes important. It is one cause that the United States is supporting in the Caribbean.
The path to a sustainable future is not a solitary path. It's one that we all walk together, side by side, together.
The United States Forest Service, through its Natural Infrastructure for Caribbean Resilience (NICA) program, is hosting a 5-day regional seminar on ecosystem restoration at the Hyatt Regency Hotel in Trinidad. The aim is to determine solutions for building resilience in communities. NICA Communications Specialist Dana Lynn Swaby explained that their tagline for this mission is Local Action for Sustained Resilience.
And the sustained resilience that we're talking about is ongoing work led led by our local partners. Because once the international partners leave, that action has to continue, and it's our local partners who do that work across the region.
Building community resilience is a crucial component of the government's national climate change policy. Minister of Planning and Development, Penelope Beckles-Robinson, looks forward to the outcomes of solutions from the seminar, which can be utilized throughout Trinidad and Tobago.
As our cities and towns continue to grow, it is imperative that we prioritize resilience in our urban planning and development strategies. Green infrastructure, community engagement, and innovative design solutions are just some of the tools at our disposal to build resilient urban environments.
This seminar involves participants from environmental protection institutions, community-based organizations, and tertiary institutions across the Caribbean. Candace Jackson, Tobago Updates, Television News.
You're watching the Tobago Updates Television News. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Tobago Updates.
Coconut's Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes. For breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti, served with chokers, bull joil, and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie, and rice in various styles. Meat served in a variety of flavors, garden salads, and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules or if you are having a cooking day off.
Scrub Ties brings to you our organic fat dissolving shots. Yes guys, our lemon butter shots breaks down stubborn fat, tightens any loose skin while increasing your metabolism. No side effects, no downtime. We also offer cavitation, cellulite treatment, butt, breast, hip dip fillers, weight loss, fertility IVs, and much more. Contact us on 495-6624 or follow us on Instagram at Scrub Ties Body Contouring.
How it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show, and everybody's gonna know. Say it to them once again. They better look up below. This is your show, and everybody's gonna know. That's how it's gonna. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show. More, live more.
Thanks for staying with us. Jamaican dancehall artist Vybz Kartel's murder conviction for the killing of his associate Clive Lizard Williams has been overturned, marking a significant development in a case that has captivated the Caribbean region for years. Travicia Phillips has more.
In a significant turn of events, Jamaican dancehall artist Vybz Kartel has had his murder conviction overturned. The 48-year-old, whose real name is Adidja Palmer, was serving a life sentence for the killing of his associate Clive Lizard Williams in 2014 in Jamaica. Kartel and 3 co-defendants successfully appealed their convictions on grounds of juror misconduct. However, authorities in Jamaica will now determine whether the case should be retried. The original trial, which lasted 64 days, resulted in Kartel being sentenced to a minimum of 35 years in prison, later reduced to 32.5 years. The prosecution alleged that Williams and another man, Lamar Chow, were given firearms belonging to Kartel for safekeeping but failed to return them on time. This led to being summoned to Kartel's house in August 2011, where they were reportedly attacked.
Williams was last seen laying motionless on the ground, and his body was never recovered after the house burned down days later. Throughout the trial and subsequent appeals, Cartel and his co-accused, Sean Campbell, Kahira Jones, and Andre St. John, maintained their innocence. Their recent appeal hearing before the Privy Council, serving as the highest court of appeal in Jamaica and other Commonwealth countries, marked their final attempt to overturn their verdict.
In view of its conclusion on the issue of juror misconduct, the Board holds that it is not necessary to express a concluded view on the other two grounds of appeal. For these reasons, the appellant's appeals should be allowed. The court is now adjourned.
Travicia Phillips, Tobago Updates, Television News.
Celebrating its 5th anniversary, the Icons Museum of Tobago is marking a significant milestone since its establishment on March 14, 2019. Throughout its existence, the museum has served as a dynamic center for showcasing culture and history. To commemorate this occasion, the Division of Tourism, Culture, Antiquities and Transportation is hosting 2 days of open doors starting today and ending tomorrow. Visitors are invited to explore the museum's diverse offerings, including immersive exhibits and engaging activities. Attendees can also participate in karaoke with icons and take advantage of complimentary tours scheduled throughout the day. Admission is free, so the community is encouraged not to miss out on this opportunity to partake in an enriching cultural experience at the Icons Museum of Tobago. The Division of Tourism is reporting yet another increase in international visitors to Tobago, this time for the month of February. Earlier today, the division published that the island received 26,672 international visitors for February. Councillor Tashia Boris, the division secretary, previously expressed satisfaction at the numbers received so far for this year's tourist season compared to those before, indicating that the island is on track to welcome a new record of international arrivals by the end of this season in April. At the end of January 2024, the division stated that 27,899 international visitors came to Tobago in January, a figure that Minority Leader Kelvon Morris challenged. The weather report is up next.
You can now get whatever you need whenever you need it anywhere in Tobago with Tobago. Your meals, medication, groceries, and shopping all delivered directly to you. No more hassle, no more stress. Get the Tobago app today on Google Play or Apple App Store.
That's TAPPOGO and let us deliver to you.
Check our website at www.tapogo.app or call the experts at 494-TOGO and 484-4746. Tobago. Relax. We will get it to you. Tobago's at your service.
Tobago Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
Thanks for keeping it here. The Tobago Promoters Association released a statement today informing the public that they are now registered as a non-governmental organization. In this release, the association shared that after completing all the necessary legal requirements of the Companies Act of Trinidad and Tobago, the TPA was pleased to announce that it is now an NGO. The TPA highlighted its goal to create a united voice for all individuals, groups, and businesses involved in developing, promoting, and executing events on the island. The association consists of 28 promotional entities. Now for the weather report from the TNT Met office. Tonight is generally clear despite the odd brisk shower with a forecast low of 25 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow mainly sunny and at times breezy daytime conditions, while nighttime will be mostly fair. There is a low chance of isolated showers favoring central and southwestern areas. A hazardous seas alert, which is at a yellow level, remains in effect. Seas are expected to become moderate with waves 1.5 to 2 meters in open waters and near 1 meter in sheltered areas. Sunrise is at 6:09 and sunset is at 6:13. And that's how we end this evening's newscast. Here's a recap of the headlines before we go. A new framework for issuing housing grants is being developed. Integrity Commission says letter accusing Infrastructure Secretary Trevor James of misconduct is fake. Cats and Jammers and Digicel partner to open Technology in Education Center in Black Rock, and Canby Mount Pleasant Community Council promises an exciting Easter event. I am Kristen Salandi. Thank you so much for joining us and have a great night.